Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for KO, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the TOEFL online course, the 7-step system to pass a toefl-ibt. And you just posed a question over at my Facebook page, so I want to answer that right now. So you say, thank you so much for answering me. I'm appreciated about it. I'm living in the capital city that is Ankara in Turkey. I just graduated from I would say here, graduated with my bachelor's degree. Put an S on the end. You say, and I took a decision on preparing the toefl-ibt course. I have never tried to pass it before. I went to abroad 2 times. I've been in the USA 3 months and Poland 8 months. I guess that my level of English is upper intermediate, maybe advanced, not exactly sure. So my target about passing the exam is 92. What should I do to get my aim? Boy, you ready to work hard? You can do this. I'm going to recommend really about 3 basic things you have to do. Of course, each thing will break into some smaller areas. But first of all, you're probably looking at, based on your current level of English proficiency, it's hard to say, but anywhere maybe 3 or 4 months to a year before you get this goal of 92. So you want to immediately start following my plan right away, because the longer you delay, the longer it's going to take for you to reach your goal. So step number 1, get in the habit right now of reading. You can read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. You want to read every day without stop, about 45 minutes every day. You want to keep doing this for several months. Number 2, get in the habit of practicing listening every day. Again, about 45 to 60 minutes every day if possible. Now, if you have English TV, you can focus on news, documentary history, and also science programs. The main thing for you, KO, right now, you need more exposure to the language. You can get that by doing these first 2 suggestions. Now, as you're doing your reading and your listening practice, get in the habit of note-taking. Note-taking takes time to improve. You'll develop a natural system of abbreviations and symbols that you can use. But if you start doing the note-taking now, you will develop a good style. Eventually, in a few months' time, will help you when you complete the exam. But as you do your note-taking, focus on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. Using your notes, KO, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, you should be writing academic summaries of the reading and the listening passages. Your goal is to write 3 academic summaries each week. Each summary should be about 250 words. Number 2, you should also practice speaking about the reading and the listening passages. Your oral summary should be about 60 seconds. And I recommend doing 3 to 5 oral summaries each week. Again, you're doing the reading and the listening practice. You're using your notes to write and speak about that information. This is very important. So just by those first 2 steps, what have you done? You're doing your reading practice, you're doing listening practice, you're doing note-taking practice, you're doing integrated speaking and integrated writing practice. How good is that? Remember, you got to do this for several months, each day, day after day, week after week, month after month, right? Now, the third thing is I'm going to recommend right now that you follow my 90-day TOEFL study guide, and this one has a very heavy emphasis on vocabulary, which is exactly what you need right now based on your level. So you want to start going through those lessons. Now, my online course has in total 700 lessons to help you improve your vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking areas. Of course, Rome was not built in a day. Of course, you can't go through all those lessons in 1 week or 1 month, and that's why I'm recommending my 90-day TOEFL study guide. That will point you to the different areas of my course, so you have some good practice, you get practice in all 7 sections, and you won't burn out. Now, what does that mean by burnout? If you only study vocabulary, or you only study grammar, or you only study writing, you have a tendency to get mentally fatigued. But if you do vocabulary, a little bit of pronunciation, a little bit of grammar, and you do all of that in the same day, usually it's a little bit better, more refreshing for your brain. Remember, psychologically, you have to want to do this, or you're going to give up. So those are my basic suggestions for you. So number 1, do the reading, and then number 2, the listening, and then start going through number 3, my online TOEFL course, going through the 90-day TOEFL study guide. And that, it should get you where you want to be. Now, can it get you where you want to be in exactly 90 days? Maybe not. But if you keep following my plan and you keep using my course in time, you will reach your goal. You got to believe it. It's very possible. I have students every month who reach their goals. Now, it takes time, but you can do it in time. All right, any other questions, feel free to make a comment at my Facebook page, or you can email me at mbuckoff@aol.com. All right, thank you. Maybe one other thing before I forget. Another bit of advice is maybe after you've used my course for 90 days, then you can take a full-length IBT practice test at my website to mark your score. Then you can see how close you are to your goal, and then you can make the decision whether or not you think you're ready to take the TOEFL exam, or should you continue to study.